So Bill Clinton's out there. He's always out there. The impeached pervert former president. Well, that's what he is. Sorry. Clinton dings GOP on climate change, writes, what is this, Politico, I think? Bill Clinton turned up the heat on the leading Republican presidential contenders today, saying their opposition to acknowledging climate change makes the country look like a joke. During this interview, I have a question. Were his pants on? I'm just curious. If you're an American, the best thing you can do is to make it politically unacceptable for people to engage in denial about climate change, said Clinton. Speaking at the first day of the Clinton Global Initiative's 7th annual meeting in New York City. Bring condoms. I mean, it makes we look like a joke, right? You can't win the nomination of one of the major parties in the country if you admit that the scientists are right. That disqualifies you from doing it, right? You could really help us there, being sarcastic. All right, let me educate the big dummy, because he always was a big dummy. Going back to the Telegraph, that would be in Britain. And this is cited in Liberty and Tyranny, but this is an article back May 2008, May 30th. Scientists signed petition denying man-made global warming. More than 31,000 scientists have signed a petition denying that man is responsible for global warming. And by the way, I will link to this on my social sites. You can go to Facebook now. It should be up. The academics, including 9,000 with PhDs, claim that greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane are actually beneficial for the environment. The petition was created in 1998 by an American physicist, the late Frederick Seitz, in response to the Kyoto Protocol a year earlier. It urged the U.S. government to reject the treaty and said the proposed limits on greenhouse gases would harm the environment, hinder the advance of science and technology, and damage the health and welfare of mankind. It adds, there's no convincing scientific evidence that human release of greenhouse gases is causing or will, in the foreseeable future, cause catastrophic heating of the Earth's atmosphere and disruption of the Earth's climate. Moreover, they say, there's substantial scientific evidence that increases in atmospheric carbon dioxide produce many beneficial effects upon the natural plant and animal environments. Now, 9,000 scientists with PhDs, 31,000 all told. Gee, should we believe them or Bill Clinton? Let me think. I guess I'm a denier. Me and 31,000 scientists on one side, and Bill Clinton and a completely corrupt bunch of scientists on another side. Which side do you pick, ladies and gentlemen? So Bill Clinton dings the GOP on climate change. That is how Politico, the left-wing site that claims to be a news site, reports this. Never will you see in an article like this reference to the 31,000 scientists. And I also mentioned this to John Harris, the managing doofus over there at Politico, who asked, I think it was Rick Perry, can you name just one scientist who agrees with you on global warming? Well, Mr. Harris, send us your email. I'll name 31,000. Can you handle it? And now, having alerted you to the fact that this petition exists with 31,000 names, and let's even take 1,000 off as doofuses. What are you going to do with it, Mr. Harris? You're going to pretend it doesn't exist? Sure. Meanwhile, BJ, Bill Jefferson Clinton, yes, man accused of sexual assault, actually accused of rape. Accused of all kinds of battery by numerous women, held in contempt by a federal judge, impeached, and well-known pervert, chasing interns around the Oval Office. We respect that man so much, and his opinion, too, on everything, particularly global warming. Yes, we're deniers, ladies and gentlemen. That's what they call us now. They want you to have a mental image of the Holocaust deniers, you see? So clever, these liberals. This guy's another one of these pretenders. Another one of these guys who thinks he's smart. You know, Obama's picked up on it with their speeches on class warfare. Millionaires like me, well, we should pay more. Of course, they won't. This is the clown who deducted used underwear when he was governor of Arkansas from his federal income taxes, remember? Now, do you know why they say that? Because they're made for life. These clowns give a speech for $150,000 a pop. Obama knows that when he's out of office, he'll get $10 million for a book advance. He'll be giving speeches $150,000 at a pop. Take his lovely first lady with him on their extravagant trips. They'll have first class, private jets maybe, 5-star hotel. Everything's going to be paid for them. So he doesn't care. I should be taxed higher. Meanwhile, he's not taxed higher. Meanwhile, he doesn't pay higher taxes. Meanwhile, we're subsidizing his entire lifestyle. But they want you to know that they're with you, the little guy, shoulder to shoulder, that they can bear more. When's the last time Clinton flew coach? When's the first time? Yeah. As I say, we're going to post this link on my social sites. You may want to download it and go to it, and I talk about it in Liberty and Tyranny, and this list is always attacked. Because what the liberal, no-growth, flat-earth, Marxist, environmental goons did is they would slip some names on there, like Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and other names. And then they would go back and say, see these names on there? This isn't a serious list, so trying to sabotage this effort. But there are so many thousands of experts who sign this, willingly, voluntarily, that even their little pranks are of no effect. And there's many, many top people, past and present, who signed this petition. You won't find a list of 31,000 scientists signing a petition saying there absolutely is man-made global warming. And for those who are, many of them are on the government dole, some form of grant, or in some government lab. But don't worry, Bill Clinton's cleared it up.